What's up, and welcome to 5280 Film Room.
We're a Colorado sports podcast by fans for fans.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, and also follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
You can also email us your input, questions, and ideas at 5280filmroom@gmail.com.
Thanks for listening. What is up, Rockies fans? We just watched the Rockies beat the Nationals 5-2. Literally just watched that final strike. And we have officially clinched our place in the 2018 MLB playoffs.
Yes.
Minimum is a wild card.
Minimum is a wild card, but
Oh, yeah.
we're in.
Yeah, our magic number was 1 as of today, and we got that 1. So we are guaranteed a playoff spot.
I'm Alyssa, by the way.
I'm Gideon.
Miles.
I'm Jordan.
I got too excited.
I know.
I was just like,
I know, I was
just
like-
let's go.
Like, where's the intro?
We are in it. We're inside. Right
I'm
now.
so excited. This has been a fun week to be a Colorado Rockies fan.
Yeah, 8 wins in a row. Let's make it 10. We got 2 more games to go in the season. Let's make it 10 in a row and go in the playoffs like that.
It's going to be really exciting to see how each day unfolds. Because, I mean, we got the Dodgers implications weighing heavily on our seeding within the NL West. So even right now they're playing the Giants. And this is the most I've cheered for our division rivals ever.
It's been ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, the Rockies game ended. We jumped into this podcast, and Jordan immediately changed the channel so we can watch the Giants play the Dodgers. We have to know.
Let's go Giants!
I just love how the
for
National League
this
West
series.
is like binding together against the Dodgers.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like the Diamondbacks manager called Bud Black before the Diamondbacks and Dodgers series and told him that he was going to do whatever he could to beat the Dodgers. And the Giants have made it very clear that they want to keep the Dodgers out of the playoffs. Not even just the Rockies winning the division, they want the Dodgers out of the playoffs.
So if the Dodgers drop all 3 against the Giants, does that give the Cardinals the automatic boost in? Or the Braves?
So
The Braves have already clinched their
division.
Division?
Yes.
It's the Cardinals and Dodgers for the wild card spot.
Yeah, so the Dodgers, I believe they're 2 games ahead of the Cardinals as of right now. So the Dodgers would have to... So to force a game 163, the Dodgers would have to essentially win 1 and then lose 2.
And what would
And
the
then-
Cardinals have to do?
They would have to win their next 2 games.
The Cardinals are 1
163.
back
But they're playing...
from the wild card spot.
Did the
They're
Cardinals
playing the
lose
Cubs.
today?
They lost
Yeah.
today.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. There is so much to keep track of with all of these scenarios. It's kind of insane.
It's true. Well, and it changes
so
every day.
much to
Yeah.
keep track of. And as of right now, we are the number 2 seed in the National League.
Yeah, because we're tied with the Braves currently, but we own the head-to-head record because we're 5-2 against them this year. So if we're tied with the Braves at the end of the season and we win the division, then we would get the number 2 seed.
It's just so funny with baseball because it was not more than a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, that there was a very good amount of fans just throwing their hands up and like, oh, they've blown it.
Rockies are out.
It's over.
Well, last week
What's happening? And
Yeah.
then here
Yeah.
we are today.
Last week we got swept by the Dodgers.
It was
That's when Rockies
painful.
fans were like,
Yeah.
all right, it's over. There's no chance we'll win the division. And then they win 8 in a row, which nobody could have predicted that. Like, that's
No.
Well,
amazing.
and arguably, if the Dodgers miss the playoffs, like, they could be the best team to not make the playoffs. Like, almost in, like, the history of baseball.
Yeah. And for them to be in this position, it's kind of embarrassing because they were the number 1 seed in the NL last year. And they got better because they traded for Manny Machado and Brian Dozier during
Yeah.
the season. So they got better than they were last year. And they're in a position where they might not even make the playoffs. And it's so glorious. I'm tired of the Dodgers winning the NL West.
Well, and it's clear all of the NL West is tired of the
We're
Dodgers
bathing in this
winning the NL West.
awesomeness that the Dodgers are actually, like, having a tough time over these last few series.
Oh, yeah. And they've tried to buy a World Series over the last few years, and it hasn't worked. that just shows like it's a team effort. You can't just spend all the money in the world and expect to win.
Well, and speaking of a team effort, it's been so impressive, key players on the Colorado Rockies that have just literally stepped up to the plate and delivered. And it's not necessarily guys you would have thought a few months back. I mean, David Dahl has 5 home runs for the last 5 games.
Oh, yeah. And in the last, I don't know his stats for this game, but he has 5 home runs. I know that. But in the last 4 games, he's batting .500 with 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. And like Arenado, he's still dealing with his injury, and Story is coming back from an injury. So you need those other guys to step up.
And he's cleaning up the bases, too. Like, when there's 1 or 2 on, he's bringing them in.
Oh, yeah. Like, he's been the guy that we can rely on. And that's...
just, like, sure and steady. He's just been consistently showing up.
And if you're a good team, like, you need those guys that you don't expect to step up. And he's been that guy. And it's been great to watch. Well, even Story, he's been good since he's come back. He's been hitting .375, 2 home runs, and 3 RBIs. So, like, we've had... and Blackman hit a home run tonight. So offensively, the Rockies looked really good, and the starting pitching has been looking amazing over the last week.
Series against the Phillies was just absolutely insane. Like, we got the sweep, but it wasn't just a sweep. I mean, we put up 10 runs in the first 2 games, 14 runs in the third, and 5 runs in that final game.
Yeah, the Rockies outscored Arizona and Philadelphia over the last week, 52-10. And in that time, the Rockies pitching had a 1.43 ERA. Like, if
this
you're
is
going
what
to
we
get
were hoping for, like, halfway through, if not at the beginning of the season. Like, this is what we were expecting, and now everything's clicking at the same time at the level of competitiveness that we were expecting. For the money that we threw into our pitching staff, we were expecting a lot more than what we got. But now we're getting these big win streaks towards the end of the season to where, I mean, if we win out, we tie the record of the 2007 season.
Or I think that was 2009.
The 92 wins?
Yeah,
Was that
92. Yeah, that was 2009 where we had 92.
Okay.
Yeah, but like all season long, like we kept talking about, like the starting pitching is doing really well, but the offense isn't clicking. Or the bullpen isn't clicking, or but this finally, like, we're to the point where the whole team is on the same page, and this is the right time to do it.
And like Alyssa said, these younger guys, the guys that are getting an extra chance, they're showing up, they're making plays, and they're swinging their bats hard. It's awesome to see.
And I think that was something that made that run against the Phillies so entertaining, was so many players were making moves on offense. The bats were just hot. They were hot across the board.
Bud Black was getting ready to look at the bat boy and be like, hey, you want to get a single or a double? Like, they're throwing them out there. Like,
how old are you now? What, 17?
Like,
get out there.
We can pinch hit
Take
you
a
on
swing.
the roster right now. Let's go.
Right? It's been nice to see, for sure. And the team looks fired up. I'm just so excited for what's about to happen.
And the fan base. I mean, watching post-game coverage and seeing, like, tons of fans stick around after the game in the stadium, cheering on and scoreboard watching.
Cheering for the Diamondbacks.
Cheering for the
Giants.
Diamondbacks. Yep.
It's weird. I've never been a Diamondbacks fan.
Also, we've got a whole bunch of people that just moved to Denver from all places of the nation, so I'm sure most of them are from California. And yeah, lots of Giants fans out there.
Heck yeah. Lots of Dodgers fans too, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
So more reason to yell and scream when you see someone in Dodgers gear.
That's right.
It's a great atmosphere. You can just feel it even through the television, and I'm excited. We snagged some tickets last night, I think, to make sure the 4 of us can be at the Sunday game, the final game of the regular season against the Nationals. There's just something special. There's something special going on with the fans, with the team, with the energy just throughout the city. People are paying attention to the Rockies. And unfortunately, that's rare. And it's been good to see just random people at work and out. And, I'm seeing people at the grocery store who may normally be in their Broncos gear, in their Rockies gear. Because that's the team to watch right now. That's the team that has the city pumped up and excited. And I think it's just really special. And I'm excited to get to be there in person on Sunday and cheer for our guys.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's really amazing about Rocktober. Like, everyone's a Broncos fan. But when the Rockies get into these deep playoffs, like, yeah, I'm going to wear me a Rockies jersey with my Broncos hat. So what?
Yeah.
I got everyone playing right now.
Right.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, and we're just so used to the Broncos rarely disappointing us, and the Rockies usually disappoint us. So, Rockies fans out there, enjoy this moment. Because we don't know when this is going to happen again.
Far between.
Yeah, this is the 4th time that we're going to make the playoffs in 25 years.
We're also a young franchise.
25 years, yeah. Possibly the first time that we'll win the division. Enjoy this.
That's the goal. Like, I'm so incredibly happy that we clinched a place in the playoffs. But I want the division. I know that's what all the fans want.
Real playoffs.
We want the division.
Yeah, no one and done. Like, I want to actually play a series.
Yes.
See what we're made of.
So, who is pitching tomorrow and Sunday?
So tomorrow, John Gray's pitching.
Okay.
And he's possibly pitching against Strasburg.
So he's going to want to perform, like, just between the matchup and how he's performed over the last few starts.
His last game was so strong.
He's definitely going to want to maintain that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And it just depends, like, how the Nationals want to adjust their pitching staff, just because they're not in the playoff race. So if they want to pitch Scherzer, they could pitch him tomorrow or pitch him on Sunday. But
when they're eliminated.
Yeah. And Scherzer, he's probably the top candidate for Cy Young. It's probably between him and DeGrom. So it's really like, do you want to pitch a Cy Young candidate in Coors Field against a hot team? Or do you want to just like let him sit for the rest of the season?
And just give up some losses.
Yeah, exactly. So their two best pitchers, which are two of the best pitchers in the league, is Strasburg and Scherzer. So we could potentially play them. I do think we will face Strasburg at some point, whether it's tomorrow or Sunday. And John Gray will for sure pitch tomorrow. And if we're fighting for the division still on Sunday, I think the Rockies should pitch Marquez. I don't know if they will, because he pitched 2 days ago. If not, then they might go, because Anderson, he's day to day. I don't know if he'll be back. So I don't know who's going to pitch Sunday.
They're probably holding him out till playoffs.
Yeah. He might have a bullpen role, maybe.
I mean, I do think with those potentially challenging matchups, it's just important to be super happy tonight and celebrate and like revel in the fact that the playoff berth has been clinched. But we have to show up these next 2 days. And we have to play hard and we have to get wins.
Oh, yeah.
I could see, like, if Marquez has the power and, like, the endurance, and if he's recovered well over the last couple days as far as arm strength, I think it'd be awesome to see him add to his strikeout count for the season.
Oh, yeah. And if we're fighting for a division title or a playoff seeding, even against the Braves, I think they should put Marquez in, even if it's only for 4 or 5 innings. Because I think we should try to win the next 3 games as much as we can.
Get some good, strong starts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it'll be John Gray tomorrow, and then I'm thinking Marquez Sunday.
What was the record that Marquez broke?
So
against the Phillies?
So he broke the single season record for strikeouts for the Rockies.
Broke it for the Rockies. I gotcha.
At 221. And then he tied the record for most strikeouts to start a game at 8. And then a pitcher, of course, got a hit off of him.
Oh, the irony.
Right.
That was Arrieta, right?
It may have been.
I
don't
think
remember
it was.
I think he's
I don't remember who
one
it
of
was.
the better batting pitchers.
Yep.
out there.
And it was an awful swing too. Like it was an embarrassing swing, but he hit the ball.
I feel like there's something to be said for that. Like the pitcher's up to bat, going, "Oh, I'm not gonna let this guy get a record. I gotta
more
get
exciting
I gotta
when
get
they
this hit."
jack one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're still professional athletes.
Yes, exactly. I mean, the whole season really has been a roller coaster. We've had periods of great success and going on these really hot streaks, and then some very low slumps. And it's just been up and down and up and down. But if there is any time for a team to click in on all cylinders and deliver, you can't ask for a better moment than this.
Oh yeah. And with Marquez and Freeland, the Rockies have two amazing pitchers that teams should be afraid of in the playoffs. And John Gray, when he's on, like he's one of the best pitchers in the league. So if we can get those three to just be on in the playoffs, the Rockies stand a really good chance of making it to the World Series. I like it.
Ugh, just even hearing you say that out loud makes me gives me goosebumps
With
and
the Rockies
anxiety.
lineup?
One game at a
It's
time.
like equal parts of oh my god, that'd be amazing. And don't say that out loud, Jordan.
But we're young enough and talented enough to definitely make a deep run.
Yeah.
Like, low key. Obviously, the favorites is Red Sox and Cubs or Astros.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Red Sox and Cubs probably.
Astros in the AL?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the AL.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Sorry.
My brain's
go
getting
ahead. Go ahead.
mixed
Moving forward from this win tonight, can you just kind of do a breakdown of the different scenarios that could happen? Baseball is so nuanced. I feel like
I know.
it's like that pick your own story book when you're a kid, but instead of there being 2 or 3 options to pick from, they're like, here's your 40,000 ways this can go.
Right.
And as we get closer to the end of the season, it's paring down and down and down, but I still feel like there's so many ways
There's 2
this
games
regular
left
season can
and
wrap up.
Still complicated.
Yeah, right, you'd think. I mean, of course, in the American League, it's been wrapped up forever, and I definitely prefer the down-to-the-wire competition of the National League. The American League's been tied up in a neat, pretty bow for the most part, besides home field advantage for a week. And here we are still in the National League.
I know.
2 games left, and it's ooh, million
Right.
different ways that this can play out.
Yeah, and baseball is crazy because it just changes so much. Because my notes say, worst case, Rockies don't make the playoffs, but as you know, we already made the playoffs. Best case scenario.
Worst case is 5th seed?
Yeah. So really, there's only 3 scenarios for the Rockies.
Oh,
They
okay.
either stay where they're at right now. If they win out, they'll be the 2nd seed.
We control our destiny.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Officially.
Their best case
What a
scenario
good
is to
feeling.
stay where they're at right now, and they'll have home field for the division series against the Braves. Worst case scenario is the Dodgers catch up to us, which that would take the Dodgers winning 2 games and the Rockies losing 2,
Okay.
and that would give them that would force a 163.
Yes.
So then we would have to play a tiebreaker game. And in that case, we'd play an extra game. The winner of that game plays the Braves. The loser goes into the wild card spot. Worst case scenario is the Rockies lose the next 2 games and the Dodgers win out, and then we're just in the wild card. So
And the Cards win out, and then the Brewers? Brewers are already... Who's vying for the 4th and 5th spot?
So currently that's the Dodgers and the
Cardinals?
Cardinals.
Okay.
Dodgers and Cardinals?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if the Dodgers win the division, then that means we'll take the wild card spot from
What
the
does it
Cardinals.
take for the Dodgers not even to be in the playoffs?
So
'Cause
that
would be
They have
lovely.
to get swept by
Cardinals
the
have to
Giants,
win.
right?
So the Dodgers.
Is it
so
even possible after the Cardinals loss?
That's
yeah.
a good question.
So they only.
They have to win the next 2.
So
Yeah.
let's say the Dodgers lose tonight, which they are currently.
No, it's tied now.
Oh, is it tied? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just say the Dodgers lose tonight. They'll be a game ahead of the Cardinals. So then that means if the Dodgers lose their next 2 and the Cardinals win their next 2, the Cardinals will take over that wild card spot. Or they
Would
get
they be tied and or would it
Would
be
there be a
straight out?
tiebreaker game?
So if
I
the
don't know if it'd be
Dodgers,
a
if the
tiebreaker
Dodgers
game. I
win,
think it'd be a head-to-head, right?
so if the Dodgers win 1 and the Cardinals win 2, it would be a tiebreaker game.
Oh, it would be a tiebreaker game.
Yeah, they play a
Okay.
163rd game on Monday to decide who gets that wild card spot.
All right.
Yeah, so basically the Rockies are in no matter what. If the Dodgers win the division, the Rockies will automatically take the wild card spot. If the Rockies win the division, there is a chance that the Cardinals could beat out the Dodgers for the wild card spot.
That'd be sweet.
I know. That would be so nice to see the Dodgers
And
not make the playoffs.
What would we need to do to get home field advantage? Win out.
So we just need to either tie or have a better record than the Braves. And we're both at 90 and 70 right now.
Oh gosh. Okay, so we're in a dead heat right now.
Yeah.
Did the Braves play today?
Yeah, and they won.
And they won.
Yeah.
And we won, so we're still in a dead heat.
Yes. But we
Okay.
own the head-to-head record against them, so we would have the number
That's
seed.
right. We've won 5, they've won 2.
So
Mm-hmm.
we
Just
hit
getting this
90
all
wins,
categorized
right?
in
Yep.
our brain.
So first NL West team to 80 and the first NL West team to 90.
Right?
Or wait. The Dodgers are at 90.
They're at 88.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. So we're
So
currently...
that
what?
nice push.
3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago? You said first
Well, yeah,
to 90?
we were the first to 80.
You said
What?
first to
Oh,
90.
Did I say it? I don't know.
Or no,
I remember
yeah.
somebody said
Yeah, I
first to
said
90.
first to
You first
90. Yeah.
Okay.
That might have been when I was
Like
here.
Which the
Yeah,
Dodgers
I did
could get 90,
read
but I thought
those
90
2 weeks.
wins would take the division. And then,
Yep.
Oh,
I remember that.
the team tuned first 90?
yeah.
That's
And
good.
there we are. We got it.
So yeah, so the most likely scenario is the Rockies win the division and play against the Braves. Who has home field, we don't know yet,
Suck it, nerds.
right?
Commentary with Gideon. It's going to be exciting. I just wrapping my head around the dynamics. Day to day, everything changes, everything shifts. We are down to the final couple days of the regular season. And Rocktober is officially happening.
Again,
Put it on
it's
the
been a while.
calendar. It's here. Welcome fall. Welcome Rocktober.
Let's get into the playoffs with a 10-win streak. Like, that would
Let's
be nice.
do it.
That'd be phenomenal.
Let's do it.
Keep an eye out on Instagram and Facebook. We're going to try out some live videos possibly.
Yes, we're going to learn how to do that by Sunday.
We're going to be attending the game on Sunday, and then Miles and I will also be attending the first home game for the NLDS playoffs.
Yeah.
Super jealous. You guys better take so many pictures. I expect a lot of text messages. Jordan and I will be here in the fan cave.
No
on the
text
couch.
messages because we're going to be watching the game.
That's fair. That's fair. Afterwards. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Keep those good vibes going. We're going to keep those memes going from 5280 Film Room. Gotta love the Colorado fan base. So passionate, so fired up. And we will check back in with you guys possibly a week from today. But we'll see. There may be just too much to talk about that we have to hit you up earlier. Thank you again for listening. Have a good night.
Later.
Toodles.
Peace.